Valentine, I'm coming to you today with a I'm going to show you how to do individual lashes today. Yay! First thing you need is to wash your hands. Make sure that your hands are clean because you're going to be touching your eyes a lot and you don't want anything to get into your eyelash area or in your eyeball. Make sure that you have a pair of tweezers. If you're going to start doing individual lashes, make sure that these are the only tweezers that you use and you use them for nothing else but your lashes. And make sure that they are clean also. The next thing you're going to need is some glue. Now, this is what I use. I use hair bonding glue. It works well for me. It doesn't irritate my eyes. And I don't have to worry about it, you know, the other glue, bothers my eyes, so I don't use it. So I use this. And if you're noticing, I do have no hair. So, yes, baby, no. Anyway, so the next thing you need are some lashes. You see those? These are medium and these have the knot at the end. And you can get these at any local beauty supply. You can also get them at Rite Aid or CVS or whatever, wherever you get your beauty products, you can get them there. So what you're going to do is, let me show you. We're going to get as close to as close to your lash line as possible. We're going to be applying the lashes under your eye here, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. So stay tuned. Okay, hi. I'm at this angle because if this was a mirror, I would have the mirror sitting downward flat and then I will be looking up. So that's why I have the mirror there, and then I just put this on a strip on my head to keep my hair from falling in my eyes while I'm trying to do my strips. Now, I put a little bit of glue on here. I'm going to try to hurry up before it gets too tacky. And I'm going to remove the eyelash. I don't know if you can see the eyelash. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see the eyelash. Okay. It's not focusing. Okay. There is the eyelash. There we go. Okay. So we take the eyelash. Now the eyelash sit in a curve. Okay. It has a curve point. Okay. Right here at the curve on the back of the eyelash is where we're going to put the glue. So here is the glue, and I'm going to dip what we consider the top part of the lash. See? Okay, so I have glue on the top part of my lash. So then I turn the lash around. So look, we have the top glue here. This is the back of the lash. This part here, let's see. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. That part we're going to put on your lash. So I'm putting the lash on. See that? You kind of can. Okay. So you see that? Now, let me get another one. My lash. Get some more glue. And then I'm adjusting, so I take the top part of the lash and I'm placing it right next to the lash. Now it's going to take trial and error on this. First time I did lash individuals, I gave up, and a lady at my job showed me how to do it, and next thing I know, I'm doing eyelash. I'm doing individuals, and you get the hang of it. You can do your own lashes, and you don't have to pay anybody to do your lashes. And these peel off very easily, and you can do them as thin as you want. You can do them as full as you want. Please do not poke yourself in the eye doing this. Press that down. So I hope that okay, bear with me. I'm used to a mirror, not a camera doing this. Once I get enough on, I'm going to speed the camera up. So now, so you don't have to sit through this whole thing just watching me. Now I'm going to put them on all the way down to maybe here. When you get your lashes, your individuals, try to get a few pats, because it's going to be times where you're not going to be able to get it. And same thing for me. I've been doing my lashes for a long time. It's going to be times where you're not going to be able to get it, and it's going to frustrate you. And you're going to take them all off, and you're going to start again. So you want to have enough lashes so you'll be able to, when you're going through that trial and error stage, you'll be able to have enough as a backup, because you don't want to be out and about with not enough lashes on your eye. Now you do see the spaces in between. I am going to go back through it and fill the gaps in. Just need to get them see, I get to a point where I get enough on, and then I can start filling them in. So remember, the lashes go on a curve, and you're putting the curve part of the lash. That's how they go on a curve. You're putting this part on your eyelash under. Okay, so you dip it, get as close to your lash line, but not where your skin started into your eye. We don't want it to go that far. And usually, I have to look up at the mirror now. I can do one row on one eye. Okay, I think that's as close as I want to. Make sure that you look up at the mirror so you can see exactly. See, here's one that's leaving. Doing what I want to do right here. So, I'm going to fix you, eyelash. And be in a ventilated area. Get you a fan, because you may have to fan them dry. That little part right there won't work for me. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay. So, I don't have a fan, but I'm going to use this board. Let them dry a little bit. And then now, I'm going to fill them in so they won't look so spacey. Put a fresh dab of glue in my little flat surface. And I'm going to start filling them in where the gaps are. See where the gaps are? Remember, this is my eye, so I can do this. Pick stuff out. Please, like I said, be careful when you're doing your lashes so you don't poke yourself in the eye. Let me readjust this eyelash here. There we go. I don't like mine so thick that you can't see my eyes. I hate to see people real thick eyelashes and then they clunk on top of each other, and then it just looks so bad. And then another thing about doing your own lashes, because if you have a time where you may lose one or two, or you might need to do a touch-up, you can go in there and do a touch-up yourself and not have to rely on somebody to do your lashes. You see what I'm saying? Did I get that one in there? How did it fall? few more in there. Now when it comes to individuals, I tried to buy individuals in a bulk. That doesn't work. Unless you really know the company, and they were terrible. And I was so mad because I bought a lot of them instead of buying a pack and seeing how they work. I just went for the gusto, and it cost me, but trial and error, right? So see if I see any more spaces right there. Now I usually start another eye, and then I'll see something that I might need to go back and correct, but this is what they look like. I don't take it all the way at the end because they seem to come off at the end, and I don't want to take it all the way to the middle in my tear ducts because your eyes get wet, and then that glue will slide right into your eye. So make sure that you don't do that. So now let's work on the other eye. I could do this eye much quicker. Okay, so these are the finished results. I actually had to turn the camera off and get a mirror because it's really hard trying to do your eyelashes and hold the mirror and videotape. So let me come forward so you can see my eyes. So here and here, like I said, you need to let them dry. Get you a fan or something and they're not gonna be 100, but hey, they work for me. So these are the finished results of my eyes, and let's try it out with the new hair. So I'm digging the eyes, I'm digging the eyes and everything, and let me know what you think. Hopefully you learned something from this tutorial, and hopefully I can teach you something else in the future. But until then, don't poke yourself in the eye, and Jesus love you, and I do too. Bye.